A big hello to you, my friend. Welcome to another episode of Rising World. I'm the Radio Man 03, and you bet it is awesome and fantastic to have you along. We are down in the mine. It's all mine. I love building mines. I mean, it is just, and the way this game is set up, it really, oh man, I mean, there's so much more I could do. But look, we've got some beams going on here, some little cross beams holding up those beams and beams and beams and more beams. And we've got some old rickety wood steps taking us up on the platform. We've got our block bench here. We've got a nice little small chest here, a bigger chest here from some of the digging I've done. And here's some of the materials we were using. Let's go ahead and drop that torch in there. We're going to drop those guys in there too. We got a little bit of wood. I had a full stack of wood down here, but I came down here with the intent of just putting in a chest and a smelter. And I wound up building all of this. And this is our mine shaft. This is where we're going to start digging down. We're quite a ways away from the entrance. I actually tunneled, I didn't tunnel, but I followed the tunnels, I should say, quite a distance. Some of these I've not even gone in, like that one up there, I've not been up into that one there. But I'll take you back on a walk all the way through the mine here. But then I thought, this one here, actually, let me back up a little bit. This one goes up. Like I went up this way, you can see I put a torch there, and then it goes right back down on the other side. So I have a feeling I'll wind up bumping into that tunnel with this one that I'm digging here. And you can see here we've got some juicy, I believe it's copper. Yeah, copper. And then there's some coal here too. Oh baby, look at that, huh? So yeah, I've just started digging in. I have almost a full chest of stone for us. Back to get busy building the blacksmith today. So I've got about a stack, almost a small, it was a small box full of stone, and then I've got, I don't know, 3 or 4 stacks of wood right now as well. So we've got a little bit of material going on, which is very cool. You know what? Let's put that's stone. Let's take that with us. We got one copper out of that. Ooh boy. And we'll put that coal in there right now. I'm waiting kind of for this iron here to finish smelting up. Isn't that beautiful? Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. All its glory. Now, I could have put the big one down here, but I'm kind of fond of these smaller ones. They're pretty cool, I think. They don't take up as much room. And, it's only me. I mean, if there was a bunch of people playing together, I think the larger one would be more beneficial. But this one here, it just fits so nice in locations. It really does. So I hope you guys like the mine. This is just kind of the start of it. As we walk back, I'll give you some of the other ideas I have. I'm kind of waiting for that to finish up. I put in a bunch of wood for fuel because we didn't have too much coal yet. So I tell you what, I will come back once this is done smelting down, and then we'll carry on from there. And there we have it. Melted down the beautiful iron ingots. Look at them. Oh. Too hot to pick up right now. We're going to leave them right there. I've had, before we head out of here, I had more torches put up, and it was kind of washing out the color. So I'm kind of testing this to see just how bright it's going to be on the video for you guys, if you can see all right. Because it's tough to judge, but I'm hoping this is bright enough for you. And less light means the colors are a little less washed out. They tend to start to blend together. You lose some of the darkness of these materials here. They just start to blend in with everything else, and they get really swashed out. I don't know if I mentioned this, but we have a water source here. Yeah, I brought some water down here. That way we can work. I can work and work and work and dig and dig and dig, and then I can just come back here and get a little bit of water. Yeah, instead of I was traveling all the way back to the beginning, and it was taking a long time, of course, to get there, because we are in the depths. We are in the depths of the world. Indeed we are. So what I plan to do is I would like to have some really cool walkways put in here just to kind of secure the area up. So as we walk along, there's a direct path and security along some of these deep holes that go straight down into who knows where. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I love building mines. I've always loved building the mines. And so we're going to work on doing stuff like that. But what I did was I kind of smoothed some of this out. Do I have it with me? Let me see something real quick. Inventory? I don't. Dang it. The sledgehammer is your friend. I'll have to show you the sledgehammer. I did a lot of sledgehammer work in this tunnel, just kind of banging things out and flattening things out and stuff like that, and it worked out pretty good. What are you doing down here? That's a weird place for you. Why are you down here on the floor? Why would you be down here on the floor? Come on. That's weird. I don't know how that got down there on the floor. I must have done something to put it down there. Let me put this back up real quick. There we go. Beautiful. Okay. Huh. All right. So then we turn and we go up this way. So here we got another area where we can build some kind of a unique structure right along here to keep us from falling into that hole. So we come up and we just walk right on up this way. And if we use the sledgehammer, you can knock these rocks down kind of flat, and it makes it easier to walk on. We've got a little bit of iron right there to grab, or I'll leave it there just so it's something to look at as we're walking through the tunnel here. And then we come on down this way, and then this loops down. I thought I'd dig the mine a distance away from where we're building the village. That way, you know, we don't have too much going on all in the same chunk, because the village, if we get as far as I want to get on it, it's going to be, you know, it's going to be sizable. So then we come across here. So again, I think instead of going around this hole, I think I would like to put a little bridge across here. I think that would be kind of cool, a bridge. We come on up here, and again, a safety wall here. This needs to be dug out a little bit and kind of repaired and fixed up and made to look better. That's pretty steep right there. Very, very steep. Now, originally, I was digging all of our stone out of this area right here. Like, I did all of this right here. This big gaping hole in the earth right here. I dug this out. Didn't find a whole lot of ores with that. So I kind of gave up on that. I thought, you know what, you should really figure out where you want your mine to start and dig from there. So we'll kind of block this off. And then, of course, this is the way down into the mine. And then this, we're almost back out of here. We could go ahead and run a little bit. And we come right on out here. And just up around this corner here is the exit to the world. So that's our mine. Hope you guys like that. I'm going to leave that iron right there so it looks really cool. And we're going to do, let's go ahead and sleep and get the sun up. Let's do that first. I've got a few notes I want to discuss today too, some of your comments from the last episode, so we want to take care of that. I got these things written down in front of me here. Come on. Was it daytime? Sun must have just been coming up, huh? Because it wasn't letting me sleep. I picture some sort of a grand entrance here. Some sort of a grand entrance to where we go into the mine with some crates and stuff outside and just make it look like you're entering a mine shaft, because that's exactly what you're doing. So that's kind of what I picture right here. Let's talk about what we've got going on out here right now. Let's see. Scott, I want to say Chestnut, was he said he disagreed with us starting with the blacksmith shop. Thought the farms should be the first things we do. And it's hard to argue that, because food is such an important thing, especially when it comes to survival. What I don't think you guys may have known is that as I was working here over the weekend and getting things kind of prepped for today's episode, I have been expanding the crops. So you can see we've got a pretty sizable carrot crop now. The potatoes have come in really well. I've picked the cotton twice now, and I've spread those out a little bit. And we have extra tomato plants too. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tomato plants now. So we're doing pretty good food-wise. Let me show you what we have in the food chest, and then you'll see. And then what I'll finish talking about what I'm talking about here. I believe it's under 4. No, 3. Yeah. So we have 32 tomatoes right now, 16 carrots, 24 potatoes. We've had apples and cherries grow up on the trees as well. You can see them right here. There's our apple tree, and there's our cherry tree, and another cherry tree right there. So we've got the trees. They're producing food as well. And we've had 3 pumpkins grow, 36 cotton so far, and then I have a little bit of extra carrot seeds too. Do I have other seeds? I thought I had more seeds than that. No, I guess I don't. I guess I've been planting all of it when I get it grown up. So what I'm thinking is once we get the blacksmith shop done, we're going to have to figure out where we're going to plant or build like a villager house, like a farmer's house with a nice field of food growing behind it and stuff like that. We should probably have 2 of those going on, 2 or more out in this area here. So we'll pick a spot where we can have a nice farm. Okay, so we'll do that next. But I want the blacksmith up just so I can have a smelter in this area running up and running as well. What else I did was I cut a path all the way down to the water. This goes right through the forest. You can see I've removed a few of the trees. You can see some of the stumps here for our wood, our initial wood supply, and we'll be putting some trees back, and we'll be removing other wood as we go. We've got a moose right there. He kind of moved away a little bit over the weekend. He was actually way out there, but we have 2 moose that are hanging out in this area, which is really awesome. I love having the moose nearby. So we've got 2 of those. And then this path goes all the way down the water and actually goes down this way, and it curls over and comes out over by the lake, but it does a little curve. I just wanted a nice clear path, something I could see as we walk back and forth to go get water down at the lake, and to give me kind of an idea, a concept of just how much space we have here. And we have got quite a bit of room to put a nice village through here, I think, and it's going to look really, really great. And as always, your suggestions are definitely necessary. So Scott, although we're not going to do a farm first, we do have a good food supply, just so you guys know that, and we will be putting a farm in very soon. I think the farmhouse will be maybe something second we do after we get the blacksmith shop up and running. Okay, we've got that one. Zelia suggested that when she builds a village, she wants to know what the trades are. So I would imagine the trades for this area would be wood, obviously, because we've got so many trees around here. And then down by the water's edge, maybe a little fishing type stuff going on. So there, and then we'll have a couple of small farms. So a little bit of farming, but mostly I think it's going to be timber. So we may need a lumber mill. Okay, so we've got timber, and then we've got something down by the water's edge, fishing in the lake. What else do we have? Mountain Man was saying that the word scythe, me saying scythe, was bothering him, and he said it's actually sigh. Well, it's kind of funny because I've always heard it as scythe since I was a kid, and he's always heard it as sigh since he was young as well, and he says he still has a few that he's holding on to. We actually heard on a movie somebody called it a sigh over the weekend, so it looks like it's one of those things you could say both ways, scythe or sigh. So there we go. I think I've taken care of all the questions. Now, let's get to building. This is our palette so far for the blacksmith. We have these really nice mossy stones, cobblestones right here, and this is the second floor. This is actually a concrete stone right here. But I like the darkness of it, the grays that are in it, matching up with the mossy stone right here. And this is this is just plain old wood down here. But then I did the planks as well to see which one I like better. This one I thought kind of blends in with everything, so I'm not too fond of this plank here. But I do like this one. This one's very nice. I like how the wood is kind of chipped and nicked. It's not perfect and it's not smooth. I like that. I think the wood would have more of that look. And different homes will have different looks to them. But for the blacksmith shop, I think we want to go with that wood right there. So let's get some blocks, and we're going to kind of lay out a plan for the build. Let's see here. So I've got some stone piled up, as you can see, and I think that should be enough to start off with. And let's go to our block. I don't know how much we'll get done today, but I do want to get started on it. So let's max that out. We're going to do one of those right there, right off the bat. Did that go right into my inventory? It surely did. All right, excellent. So 4. I thought a good size for the living quarters. Now, I had mentioned the blacksmith would probably have some food growing on his property, but you know what? I changed my mind on that. I don't think he would. I think he maybe, if he had a wife, he might have some of that going on, but I think more than likely the blacksmith would be paid with food. Someone would say, hey, my horse needs to be shoed. I've got these chickens. How about I trade you these chickens for shoeing my horse? And I think something like that might go on. I want to go 8. That's going to be 9. Okay, 9 by 13 is what I want to do. 12, 13. There we go. So this is actually going to be, this is 8, I think, right? Yeah, that's 8. So we want to go one more here. I want 9 in the middle. It's still only 8. There's 9. Okay. And then we're going to run this all the way down. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're going to have to get the rake. We have to make this a little bit bigger. 9 by 13 is going to be his living quarters. I've been dying to get started on this episode so I could get to work on the place, because I've had it in my head now for a few days. I have. We may have to take this garden out a little bit. Here we go. I think we got enough space for this part right here. There we go. And just a little bit more. There we are. And beautiful. Perfect. A little bit more. There we go. 9 by 13. Now this is just for this area here. This stuff is going to have to come down and get moved. This is the living quarters. Okay, this will be the house. And then out front here, we're going to have the area where the smelter and stuff is going to go. So this is just the house portion right now that we're working on. We're going to bring it up one more off the ground, and that we're going to get a foundation going here. Let's grab a little more of this stuff right now. We are going to need it. Indeed. Alright. Let's grab another stack of that. Let's max it out again. Boom. Alright, beautiful. Now we don't have to go back and forth so much. Like so. I always like to bring it up one off the ground. It just makes more sense to me that this would be the... This is the bottom of the house right here. This is the floor right here. Okay? That's the floor, not down here where we've only got just that smidge of stone showing. I want a little bit of stone showing out here. A little bit of stone. Alright? So let's take a look at our wood. We've got some wood choices here I want to look at. This is the wood we have right now, the supply. Wood blocks, yeah, wood blocks. Let's see here. I found one I thought I liked. Was it wood blocks? No, it's wood planks. I feel like this is a new one in here, but maybe it's not. This one is very nice for a floor, I think, for a blacksmith's shop inside, you know? It's not going to be super decorated or anything like that. It's a blacksmith. He works hard all day long, and, you know, he comes in and he's tired and exhausted. You know, eat, sleep, get up and go pound on metal all day again. So, what do we have here? That is an interesting one, isn't it? Look at that. That's pretty cool. And then this one I thought was pretty neat as well. Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. I wish they had this in like a plank. I mean, you can make that with the planks, but it'd be nice if that was in a plank for a shutter. That's a really nice looking block for the shutters. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to go with either this one. I think we're going to go with this one here because we're going to have a little difference in the size of these guys. So let's make up a few of those and see what they look like inside here. I think we're going to like these. I think we're going to like them a lot. Alright, let's go across here like so. Oh, that is not the right block. I could have sworn I had the right block chosen, and I did not. Great Scott. That's okay, we can get those back. No, you come over here and you go up there. Beautiful. Okay, there we go. We can get these back, which is the beauty. I think we can. Let's see if they hit the ground and disappear on us. Nope. What a great feature, huh? What a great thing to add to the game. We'll get our resources back. Makes making mistakes less arduous on you. It's like, oh, okay, God, I get the material back. That's great. And if you're quick with the F, you can pick it up before it even hits the ground. I've actually managed to save a few from sinking below the ground by just hitting F quickly. Alright. And I do believe they reduced the number of hits you've got to do on something. Oh. Oh, that's nice. Oh, I like that. Okay, I like that. Blacksmith shop. Old wooden floor. We're out. Yeah, okay, that's good. That's good. An old wooden floor. I like that idea. All right, let's go back to here we go. And let's go ahead and... Wow, 330. I don't think so. Let's get another... Oh, wrong button. I'm excited. I really am. I'm really looking forward to getting started on our village. We're going to live in here for a little while. Blacksmith. Whoops. Lickety split, that thing is put together. And then we're going to come on up with these guys here. We need our sledgehammer. Take this one out of here. Gotcha. You can't escape me, Block. You can't escape me. Alright, and... Oop. Let's do this. Like so, and... Our door is going to be actually down this end here. Looks like we ran out. 7 of those. Okay, so... The doors are too wide. Let's put the door right there. There's 7 of those. Okay, so we're going to need a couple more stacks of those guys right there. Yeah, I was a busy guy. Do I have more? What is this? This is the same wood? Okay, I've got 18 of those. All right, let's get these made. Back to the cobblestone. Awesome. Like so. So if that's the door, then we come up 1, 2, like so, and then we need to go up one more. Oh, one more. And the reason I picked the mossy stone was because we're up against this mountain, and it seems that this I feel like this would be a very cold climate, you know? We'll knock the windows out afterwards. Let's just get the walls kind of put up and see what we think of them. Hey, what are you doing here? Let's go. I'm building here. They also made it so you can be a little closer to the blocks when you're building. You don't have to be so far away, you know? Before, if your toe was even just barely touching this thing, you would have... Oh, I didn't like that. It doesn't like that either. There we go. Built it that time. Did I make more than... I just made a stack of those, huh? Alright, so we're obviously going to need... I would say a couple more stacks of that stuff in order for us to get this really going. Then I can wrap my head around it, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? I bet you do. I bet you do. Alright, let's go max spam. Do it again. Yeah, so that's why I picked this mossy stone. And then the second floor is going to have a little bit of a different look to it. I was looking at medieval pictures, and I found one that I liked in terms of it being just a building I thought would be sensible. There's so many ideas for medieval structures out there that it's amazing. And I'm going to put you up there. Can I jump and put a block up in here? I can put one right there. And then I can come out here. Yeah, we're going to have to make some scaffolding, I'm sure. And then we're going to come across the top like that, and bam, we got ourselves a door, ladies and gentlemen. A door. A door has happened. Really? It says I got 39 of these guys left. Now you could use blocks to get up and down, too, because you get the block back. I think that's really awesome. Like so. Building is quick, huh? Very fast. So we can do that, and let's get a few more of these. We're going to wind up using these in other builds, so I'm just going to max all this stuff out. Let's just do it. Look at that nice rustic, mossy stone on there. Blacksmith, we're going to have the... Yeah, we're going to take all this stuff down. I'm going to harvest all this food once it becomes ripe again. Once it comes in, we're going to harvest all of this. I'm just going to chop it all down, and then we're going to clear this area out up here, and this is where the smithy's shop's going to be out front. And then, of course, he goes inside here to go to bed at night and stuff. We should have enough room for a staircase, too, and not have to use a ladder. The smithy, I want him to be comfortable. I believe the smithy was probably one of the richest people in town. Just because of the trade that he or she, you know, it was just such a trade. I mean, you would make a ton of cash, just a ton of cash. Let's do that. We'll do that right there. We're good to go with those. All right, so that takes care of those blocks. Let's go ahead and put, I believe, what the heck did I just do? There is a mossy cobblestone block somewhere in the ground here. I heard it. I heard it happen. These are the other blocks I was testing. These ones here that we're definitely going to use. I'm going to put these guys down here and put that right there. And then what was this? Block material 21. I want to say that might be the right block. Let's see. I think it might be. No, it's not. That is not the one I was using. Let's see here. It's this one right here. This is the one right here. ID 125. Which one is this attached to, though? Which one am I pointing at? It's the top one. Okay, okay, perfect. Alright, and let's grab a little more stone. Let's drop these guys. We'll just drop those guys right in there, and we're going to go ahead and make up a bunch of these guys too, because we're going to need them. Excellent. Perfect. Now on this one here, let's go ahead and just put that right out there for now. Excellent. Oop, up. So this one's actually going to go on the outside like so. Hang one over. I want to put up a few of these and see what it looks like real quick. Oh, come on, let me have it. Let me have that. Oh, thank you, game. How kind of you. How very kind of you to allow me to place that block so precariously perched on the side of the building. Yes, indeed. All right, let's go around. Zip. Oh, food and water getting down low. We are turning orange, ladies and gentlemen. Turning orange. All right, let's smack down a few tomatoes. A little bit of tomato. A little tomato action. Sip on the water. There we go. Now maybe the tomatoes. Ooh, I'm done with the tomatoes. I've eaten them all. Oh, great Scott. Come on. 3. Apples. Sure, why not? We're going to need a couple of those. One more. There we go. All right. Yeah, those colors look good together. Where's that sledgehammer at? Come here, baby. Gotcha. All right. Nice. Nice. Okay, very good. Very good. We could probably use... Well, I'm not going to put the stairs in yet because we are going to do... We need to figure out what block we're going to use for the base of the blacksmithy's shop. What kind of floor does he have in here? It's going to have to be something similar to this, I think. Alright, let's go to this here, and we're going to come around this side now. He's going to have his food and stuff like that downstairs, and then his bed, maybe a little desk, a little table or something upstairs. Just a very simple life. Like I said, you know, he'd be out and about all day long, working hard, you know? Just banging on metal. I mean, think about this guy. He's making pots and pans and glasses, and maybe the king wants a new sword. Maybe there's some kind of a christening going on and they need some kind of a special sword. Crowns. Every day run-of-the-mill stuff. You know, people needing their horses shoed, so you have to make the horse shoe and then shoe the horse. So I think the smithy ought to have a little stable next to his place as well. I think that would be kind of cool. And a bump, and you go there, and that's right, everybody's just falling into place. Everybody just loves to fall into place for radio. I love that. You gonna go bump? Nope, you're gonna let me actually put you there, huh? I love it. I love this building technique. It is just sweet as can be. Uh-oh. Never fear, ladies and gentlemen, we got plenty more. And this part of the roof, this part of the second floor is not going to be too tall. So we're going to have the pitched roof and everything too. So maybe another nice addition is if it would bring up the next row of blocks for you automatically. Oops, too close. Boom. Alright, beautiful. And we've got 52 more of these guys. Look at us. Look at us whipping together a blacksmithy shop. We gotta add some wood to it. I'll show you what I'm gonna do with the wood up here, with the stone up here too. I've got an idea. Just from the pictures I've seen. It's very cool. Oh, no, just 3. There we go, thank you. And there we go. Beautiful. I want to thank you guys for the support on the series so far. It's been really fantastic. I'm really happy that you guys are happy with it. I'm just ecstatic about it, actually. I'm really thrilled with the fact that I'm getting such a positive response on Rising World. It's nice. It's really, really nice. You guys have made this a lot of fun for me. The comments, keep them coming. Oh, Is that the block? Is this where he landed? How did I miss that? Gotcha. I gotcha. See, I grabbed him. It says right there, I grabbed him. You gotta be fast, though, man. You gotta be fast. You can't let them blocks fall back underneath the earth. You can't do it. Okay, what are we up now? 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. I think we're almost done with that up there. I think we're almost... I think we've almost accomplished what we wanted to accomplish here. Oh, jeez, I fell off. That's okay. We can get right back up again. All right, let's go inventory, and let's get our blocks back over here. And boom. I love the fact we get our blocks back, people. It's wonderful. Can we make scaffolding? Yes, we can. Do we need to? Not this moment in time. We can use our wood for building instead of the scaffolding. We do want some scaffolding, though. I think this is the last row we have to go, guys. Like so. Like that. And we're going to just come over here. Like so. Bam. Tell me I've got enough to get through here. Oh, yeah, baby. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, so we've got that, and now we need to put a floor on the second floor. We need some stairs as well. So let's go ahead, and I think we can knock these guys out now. Yeah, let's get these out of the way. We'll put some stairs in. Beautiful. Get them all back. That is, oh my God. I mean, how happy were you when when that happened? I mean, I was ecstatic. It's like, oh my God, I get those blocks back. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We've got these. We want these right here. Where did I put that? Where did I put that stone at? Was it 2? Yeah, it was. Okay, so we're gonna put those in there. I'm gonna put these up here. This is the wood block material. That's the flooring. Okay, so we need. Let's get these stairs kind of figured out. Let's see if we've got the right stairs even to do this with. Let's do that. Okay, so we come in. The smithy walks in the door. He's going to have a little bit of a fireplace right over here. And how many stairs is it going to take to do this? Number 5. If the stair's right there, when he gets to the top, he's only got a little bit of space to turn. So we're going to want to do something like that, like that, like that, and like that. Okay, perfect. He's got plenty of room when he walks in the door. We're going to make these 2 wide because I don't like single wide staircases. That gives us enough room to get to the top and then make a turn. Yeah. Okay. What am I looking for? Wood. Well, let's go to wood planks. It wasn't that one. It was this one here. Oh, wait, we don't need those. We want the stairs. We need to go to the saw. I believe it's the saw. Barriers. No, it is this one. It's this one. Yeah, okay, so there we go. Sorry about that. I get going, you know. I get busy. That's not the right stair, though. I have... Which wood did I use? Oh, boy. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy. Which one is this? This is the same kind of wood we're using down in the mine. I need one of these back. Stair is 65. Number 65. No, not that one. Nope. 74. Well, that's weird. Oh, so that's wood planks. I need wood blocks. There we go. There they are. There it is. Oh, back one. Let's just do that one more time. I think that's going to be plenty. Yeah, that's more than enough. Like so, like that, and like that. There we go. And then let's get our other wood out here for this. Nice low ceiling. Mm-hmm. Come straight across here like that. Yeah, that's going to work out just fine. Low ceilings. I mean, think about it. You have to warm this place, you know. You're not going to want a bunch of high ceilings. You're going to want to conserve on materials. You want to conserve on heat, too, so the rooms are small, so you don't have to use a whole lot of material to heat things up. Yeah, I think that's good. And we could probably come across here and maybe one more time without hitting our heads. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh boy. I would like to hide this. I think maybe if I do some plank work up here, I might be able to hide some of this green. Some of that stone right there. I don't want that showing. Let's get a few more of those going. Is that going to be enough to get us through this here? I don't know. I do not know. Probably not. Looks like we've got more than 24 blocks that we need here. One, two, three, four. I mean, 6 more of those. And craft. There we go. We should have 6. Oops. Oh, haste makes waste, right? Isn't that what they say? Bam. Second floor. Okay, beautiful. Yeah, this is high enough for the second floor. Let's take a look at what we did. Let's take a look at what we've done so far. Okay, so I'm picturing a smelter down on this end of the building, so I don't imagine him having too many windows in his house. And the windows would be, I think, relatively... Let's not break that with that. Let's let that heal up. There we go. These are just the initial kind of windows. Do we want windows along the stairs? No, no windows at the stairs. We want windows. Well, that doesn't even make any sense. Why would you even have a window there when you can't see anything but a stone wall? I think the fireplace. We'll put the fireplace here. And let's do a little window right here. And let's come over 1, 2. Let's do another one right about here. That's only 1 block. This may not stick this way. I'm just kind of ironing it out right now just to see. Just doing a little guesswork here. A couple of windows. You know what? Part of me thinks the floor should go up 1 more. This feels really tight on my head down here, and I don't like the fact that I don't have an extra block up here. So I'm actually going to take this floor out and bring it up 1 more. So I will be right back. Alright, you got the floor fixed. Now I am going to work on getting kind of the chimney area laid out. Where do I have all this stuff? I'm losing track of where I'm at in here. Let's go. This is our current building stuff. I'm going to leave it right there for now, I think. We'll come up with a system. I was thinking maybe a small chest in there might be a better idea, to have a small chest. That's the material we're using. Let's go to cobblestone. I really like this one right here. It just looks really rustic. It's what I use down the mine. Let's see if we can't get ourselves a little bit of a chimney going here. Nope, we want you to go. Need one underneath you first, buddy. There we go. And boom. Okay. Now let's take these two bottom ones out of here. Just a rough shell is what we're trying to get taken care of today so I can wrap my head around it while I'm driving down the road to work tomorrow. Tomorrow's my long day at work, but I will have an episode that I will be recording to put up for you guys. Yeah, a 2-wide fireplace is probably plenty for this area, I would think. Let's do this here too. There we go. And let's do that, and that. Would actually be this material all the way up. Having the ceiling up one more is a huge difference. I was actually feeling like the ceiling was just crushing my head there. So I'm glad I moved it up. You can see it's a lot more space. It looks better up here too above the windows. I don't like having the floor right up against the top where the top of the window is. We come upstairs here, we still have plenty of space to get off the staircase, and boom, we're all the way up. And it hides the top of the mossy cobblestone too, these mossy blocks. All right, let's go out back here. How do we want to handle this? I think I might want to do slabs down here. Oh, I see. We are going to have to come out one more to get up past the second floor. That's okay, because I think we could have maybe a little fireplace upstairs too, possibly. We don't want to get too big with it. Like that. And we can decorate that up a little bit. Again, this is the rough shell. Then we're going to come back and tweak things and add some decorative elements to everything, okay? So this is not, it is set in stone, but it's not set in stone. 2 and 3. Give me that block. 1, 2, and 3. Give me that block. And let's go ahead and do these guys in here. And right there. And then we're going to get some slabs. We might as well make up a few more of these guys right now, because we're going to need them. Let's make up another 25 of those. Oh, I don't have any stone. Burning through the stone, burning through the stone. That's okay. We like that. It's fun. Didn't take me long to fill that up. I'd say probably about an hour to get enough stone for that. Not too bad. It was kind of a nice time to just be down in the mine, digging away. What am I looking for? Oh, slabs. There we go. Let's go. No, minimum. There we go. Inventory. Maybe we needed 4 of those. Was it 4 or just 2? It was 4. It was 4. There we go. And a boom. Alright, beautiful. We'll put a fire pit right there. And then actually, what we need to do out here, for safety's sake, take these out. I love the reach that we have in the game too. The reach is really nice. But that looks a little bit silly. Let's go ahead and square it up. How are we doing here? Let's take this off. Let's get an empty hand here so we can take a look at what we're doing. I feel like you'd come up here and you would crouch a little bit. You know, you would have to crouch to kind of access the fire pit, which I think is fine. You know, I think that's fine. Gonna put a mantle on that thing. So there's the fireplace. We have a little table and chair here for him to sit at and eat. And then right out the front window here, we're going to have his workshop area. Okay, so we're going to actually take all this stuff down. We got to wait for this to... how come you haven't produced any apples or nothing? I've been here all day long. You know, over the weekend while I was playing by myself and looking at this stuff, I was just looking at how intricate and detailed this is. I mean, look at this. The tomatoes are actually growing on the plant. I think that's just really absolutely fantastic. Just so beautiful. And then these little saplings here, I've cut down the birch tree we had, and I've got 3 more growing now. So we should have a pretty good birch supply coming in pretty soon here, too. Let's take a look and see what we've got going on here. Only a day has gone by so far, by the way. Okay, so here's the smithy shop. And then we're going to have a roof that comes up. The roof for the smithy... Ooh, let's get some water. There we go. The smithy roof is actually going to come up this way out front and stretch out to probably right about here. And then we'll have the smelter in here with the workbenches and stuff in here and some chests and some crates and stuff like that. And then there's actually going to be a road eventually that leads through here. We'll put something back in here too. The mine is back here, so you have to go past the smithy to get to the mine. And then you'll come out this way. And then around the corner here is how we get up to the castle. And then we'll be able to go down this way. So, yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. So here's the smithy. We're working hard on the smithy shop. All right, let's figure out where we want windows upstairs since we've got a little bit of time before the sun goes down. Looks like I'm going to bring this up a little bit more. Maybe 1 or 2 more blocks higher. Keep the windows kind of small. Let's see. We got blocks on this, right? 1, 2. Oh, you know what? We can't put windows on this side just yet because we've got to wait until we get the roof. We got to wait till we get the roof on the front of where the smithy has the workshop before we can put windows in and stuff like that. We have to take that into consideration. Let's sleep real quick. There's no sense in putting windows up here because this roof line is going to come up. It's going to have to come up and then come back down. And we've got to have it high enough to where the smelter can sit. I want the smelter right over here, right in this area. Actually, almost right where this cherry tree is where the smelter is going to go. And then this is actually going to stretch out probably out to here. Boom, like this. Probably stretch out to about this far. And then we'll have to bring this up or bring this down a little bit. I don't know. We'll have to see. Looks like this land is going to go down a bit and meet up with probably this would be level right here, where we'll be at with the rest of the smithy shop. Yeah, it'll probably come out to about this far. Maybe not that far. I want to keep it kind of tight. I don't want the structures to be too big. This is a pretty reasonable structure, I think, to have to build. So let's go ahead and we could put a window. You can actually put a window top of the stairs here. Like so. And then maybe one right here too. That's only 1 block, so we want to beat over here. Is that 1 or 2 blocks here? 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay, that's good. We've got these blocks in our inventory now. We can actually use these to mark this. Like so. We are going to have to come up 1 more with this, which is fine. It's okay. And let's do the same thing on the other side. We'll put the windows in the exact same spot. And this could be our house for a little bit. That's only 1. there. Perfect. Something like that. I don't think we need windows out of the back of the house at all. It just doesn't make any sense to me. You can't see out that way. So let's do this so we just represent this for ourselves real quick. Like so. Boom. Now we know. And where's our chimney at? Our chimney is right over here. Let's put that one back. Let's get the rest of these out of here. Oh, jeez. Okay. You know, I don't think we're going to have the chimney come through on the second floor. I don't think it's necessary. I really don't. The amount of heat coming off the fire pit downstairs here was going to be, I think, more than enough to deal with heating that entire house. Let's go regular blocks. Do I have some of these on me? I do. I've got 16 of them on me. Okay, beautiful. Bump, 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 bump. We'll do something like that for the chimney for the rest of the way up. We may do the chimney inside. I don't know. We'll have to see. We shall have to see. Quite possible indeed that the chimney will come inside on the second floor as well. We could put the bed right over here. We've got plenty of space, so yeah, let's do it. Let's do the chimney inside. Yeah, we got space for it. This structure is actually a little bigger than I thought it was going to be, which is kind of normal for me. I think I'm building small, and then I'm nowhere near small. Yeah, that's right where we wanted to be. Nope, 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 no, wrong block. Okay, so yeah, we can have the chimney come through. That's great. Okay, perfect. That's going to work out just great. Yeah, upstairs chimney, downstairs chimney, that works out just perfect for me. But I don't like... I kind of like my chimneys to be realistic, where I can actually see daylight. So let's take this back out of here. There we go, and then the chimney will go straight up from here, and we'll have that gap all the way up to the top. Yeah, I want the chimney to be real. Oh, look at that coal up there. I hadn't noticed that before. Let's grab a few more of those, and I think we're going to have to call it quits, unfortunately. There's never enough time, is there? There never is enough time. I got to get ready to go make some dinner. Mm-hmm. Chow time, baby. Chow time. If I got this marked out, when I go to put the roof on, I think it's going to make things a little bit easier on me, too. There we go. Can I do that again? I can't get away with that again. It will not let me do that again. I'll get that at a different time when we get back up there again. Something like that. Okay, we'll decorate this up. Like I said, it's going to decorate up, but we've got to get the rough shell in so we can get the roof on. Yeah, this is going to work out perfect. The smithy shop. Yeah, indeed. That's going to look good with the wood frame coming out here, the kind of the overhang, the outdoor working area. That'll kind of tuck all that back. We'll put boxes and barrels and things like that in here. Get the side of the walls decorated. What I want to do is we'll section this off with some panels, some planks, and then we'll do some cross panels in there as well to kind of decorate the outside of the building. But that's the general shell of it. I hope you guys like it. I think we're on the right track. And as I mentioned, all this is going to have to come out. I'm waiting for it to produce one more time so we can, you know, harvest everything one more time. And then I can take it down and we'll be good for a little while. We're actually good right now. We've got plenty of food. We've got plenty of food to last us for a little bit. I'm a little surprised these cherries haven't come in yet. They're there. I see it. I see it right there. A little tiny cherry growing. The tomatoes are looking good. They're almost ready to go. How's the cotton doing? You know, the cotton's got buds on it as well. The potatoes and the carrots are ready to go. They are done and ripe and ready. But yeah, like I said, I'm going to wait for the rest of this to go. So next episode, what we'll do is I'll have all this ripped out, hopefully, and we'll expand this out and decide. I need to get this area, the roof for this area, put in first before we continue on with the second floor up there, because I need to know how high this roof has to be to make it over the smelter comfortably. Once we get that done, then we can get the floor taken care of up there, the second floor taken care of. But I think that's how that's got to go first. I can never jump up there when I'm on video with you guys. I miss every time. Still can't do it. Aha! So yeah, there we go. There we go. All right. That's going to wrap it up for me. Hope you guys like it. It's coming along. I know it's not much to look at right now. It's just a box on top of a box. But I think I've explained pretty much how this is going to work out. And he's going to have a nice view down this pathway, isn't he? And the paths can change. The paths can change and the grass can go back and all that good stuff can happen. It doesn't matter. We also need to find an area when we clear out the farm area. I want to clear out an area for a tree farm as well. We really need to get a tree farm going so we have a good supply of wood. Mr. Moose. Mr. Moose. But there we go. There it is. The blacksmith is underway. Construction has begun. Hope you guys like it. Let me know what you think. Yeah, let me know what you think. Thank you again so much for your support. I really do appreciate your time. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. I'm the Radio Man 03, and I want you to have an awesome, fantastic, and superb day. And I look forward to talking to you again next time.